heard that term before, I'm literally just the top of the iceberg. There's so much involved in this. Really what it's related to is making the web accessible to people who don't have access to kind of the normal things you and I would, like a mouse or a keyboard or hearing or sight or things like that. And so it's that sort of thing that sometimes we as coders or developers or designers or whatever in technology don't really think about. It's not really the first thing you're thinking about. You're making it the most beautiful thing ever. But really, can somebody read those words or understand what's going on? So that's what I talk about. I'm really nervous to make sure. Give a speech for a while. I'll give a little intro. Here's my family. So far, we'll eventually have more children, but oh my gosh, pregnancy. Woo! This is my husband and our son Oliver. He's 2. My husband's just getting into development as well. He's been able to see kind of some of the projects I worked on, and he's shown interest in that. So he's in a lot of y'all's shoes, looking for his first job, and so I hope to sympathize and understand what you're going through. We were talking to some of our coworkers here in Life in the office earlier today about talking tonight, and one of them was like, Nicole, I need you to make one of your infamous mom jokes. I'm like, dads can't have all the fun with the great puns. I have to have some mom jokes in there too, which literally is just the same thing. So I was like, well, I'll include a mom joke if you show up. You didn't show up. I'm still gonna be one. But you should. I was like looking around, trying to find some good technology dad jokes. Surely there are some those out there. I was reading through, let me tell you, they hurt so much. Can I say it? Megahertz. They would be so proud. No, web accessibility. So web accessibility, W3C, they define it as ensuring that people with disabilities can perceive and understand and navigate and interact and contribute to the web. But we, as the front-end developers, we are a few of us who got together and we wanted to define this ourselves, and we say it's ensuring the experiences and stories that we tell are available to the widest audience possible. And that's because, we're not just talking about people with disabilities. We're talking about people who may have permanent disabilities. They can be temporary, but they can also be situational. And you can see here they affect our senses, they affect our touch, the way we see, the way we hear, the way we speak, the way we interact with our websites, right? Web apps. And you may have, one hand available because at the end of the day, you really don't want to put down that end of the day margarita, so you don't have one hand. You're trying to find a ticket on for a museum, and you don't have a keyboard to navigate with, right? Just very important priorities here. So I'm just going to brush over just a few of the things that we talk about in web accessibility, and something you should be considering in web accessibility, first of which is alt text. I don't know if anyone of you has ever written alt text for an image before. If you're in coding at all, you must have done that, even if you're in sort of like a producer sort of role. Alt text. Who are we helping? We're helping people with vision problems, right? These are people with little or no vision, users who have turned off images to save data, but they really want to know what's the image you're trying to show them. Alt text should describe the image, should be as meaningful as possible, so that the user can understand what the image is about. They should stay concise. They don't need to tell me all the details about this image. And they should relate to whatever the website is that you're building. It also should end with a period, because basically what's happening is the user is going to go through a screen reader, especially if they're visually impaired. They're going to be using a screen reader, and so if you don't have a period at the end of your alt text, it's just going to keep flowing into whatever text is coming next. It won't make sense.
It's also handy for if your image doesn't move, then you get the alt text that will
Right. If your image isn't moving, then they know it's going to be there. Here are some things you don't do with alt text. We don't want the file, name, number, or ID up there. This isn't how. Great. How would be anything. This is not the text that's overlaying the image either. Maybe you have this image as some sort of like actionable item or button or something. We're not going to be reading the title that we overlay on top of the image. We're not reading at all. And you also don't need to say a photo of. The screen reader is already going to do that. This is an image of alt text. Something you might. Is this not working? There we go. Something you might put here for alt text is black outline, head by hand outdoors. Concise tells the user exactly what this image is. Also, text readability, helping people with visual or cognitive impairments or disabilities. We need high contrast between text and its backgrounds. It needs to be sufficient font size, and links need to be a sufficient color ratio with the surrounding text. And that means, like, maybe you indicate that your links are a link not by an underline, but by a red color. Well, somebody who can't see the color red may or may not be able to tell that there's contrast between the two colors because they can't visually see that this is a link. You may have a high enough contrast between your color and your text, but you might not have a sufficient font size. It's still not accessible. Gosh, very well done. So you may see this trick we use a lot in design these days. Is this kind of shadow backdrop behind the text, because every single one of these colors in this image has to have a proper ratio to the color of the text. And so while the ratio over here is fine, the ratio over here is not, and so we use the black sort of shadow overlay on the image to get that contrast. This is an example with one of our clients, Heifer International. We had some text on their website, and it has sort of these earthy tones and colors, browns and reds. Well, people with color blindness, such as chronomopia, is that how you say it? Chronomopia, they can't see certain colors. They wouldn't be able to see this contrast. Basic contrast ratio should be 3:1, and you can test that on various online free generators that you can say, hey, here's my text color, here's my background color, or here's my text color, here's my link color, and then that will be able to tell you, yes, this is a high enough contrast, or no, you need to make some adjustments. So this is not a high enough contrast. Somebody with chronomopia wouldn't be able to tell if that's a link. So we changed the text color to black, and now you have that contrast that passes accessibility. Something else we want to talk about is color should not convey meaning. Avoid using color alone to convey meaning. Has to do a little bit with what we talked about just now with the links. If you can't tell that that color is different, that's not conveying any meaning. Again, we're helping people with visual or cognitive disabilities or maybe temporary disabilities. So for avoiding using color alone to convey meaning, links should stand out. We can also use different colors, but then also add like labels or icons to describe the information that we're trying to convey with color. We're also telling them, hey, this is what we're trying to say. So here's an example of the links. Again, a little snippet taken from Heifer International. This is what it looks like, standard, unless you are actually colorblind. Then you wouldn't be able to tell, sorry. This is what it looks like from Nokia, and then sometimes another big long word where you don't actually see the color yet. So yeah, you can see, like, you can kind of tell there's some contrast, but it's very difficult to tell. So some way to fix that might be underlining. Now, it doesn't matter what it looks like to you, you can still visually see the link. Again, with forms, is another thing that we use a lot of, like color or that sort of thing to convey meaning. Green or red doesn't necessarily mean right or wrong to somebody who has chronomopia and can't tell it's green or red. So let's add some icons, right? Let's add some visuals, a check mark, cross, to say, hey, this is wrong, or hey, we're unable to add the items to your basket, instead of this is wrong, this is red, you can't tell, sorry, you know. Some other places that you don't really consider this is like a color chart for e-commerce. We have a client who was trying to buy Nike shoes, and he went online and he ordered his shoes, and he got shoes in the mail, he's actually colorblind. And his wife was like, did you know you actually bought pink shoes? He's like, I had no idea, I couldn't tell, just like the blue one. So this color chart looks like that to somebody with myopia. No idea what those colors are. We actually did a little activity with everybody here at Life Blue to say, here's a printed out sheet of paper of color blocks that would be what you would see it like as somebody with myopia. Try to tell me what the colors are. They couldn't get 30% of the colors. You have no idea. So maybe something that you might do to fix that is let's add some labels. Let's think about, adding like a hover label for the color. You do that. Forms. Forms are a crazy part of web accessibility. A lot of people need to fill out forms for a lot of different things. A lot of places are moving to online forms for you name it. Technology is touching every single field in industries today, so forms are very important, and we as developers have a responsibility to make those accessible for people. So we have our labels and placeholders. This is for the screen reader. Maybe they'll read a label of what this form field is supposed to have in it. It may also be a placeholder for like an example email or something that you put in. We need to label required fields. Again, we're not using color to convey meaning. And then all of this will help make forms less painful. This is just a broad level visual sort of aspect. So now maybe you're trying to navigate through a form and you're using the tab button to navigate through the form because you can't actually grip the mouse or use the mouse button or whatever happens. You have that margarita and you're trying to tap through the form to buy your tickets, right? So something that we're trying to do is have this sort of focus outline. This visually shows that this is the focus, this is what field that you're on. Or have some sort of like descriptive action button here. We have a little icon to the right that says, this is what's going to happen if you click this. We're accessing your account. It's not just some old boring submit button. You're going to be going somewhere. We're going to access something. We're going through this portal to access your account. It's a visual sort of thing, and it tells the user this is what's going to happen. All right. Another very simple thing that's just easy to use. What if you submit a form and nothing happens? Did it work? I don't know. Didn't say thank you. It didn't lead me to it just redirected. What if it failed? What if it didn't actually work and I thought it did? Let's add some visual indication of that. Say, hey, you're not able to process your request. Please try again. Maybe you're making the donation. If your form failed to submit and you give me an indication to the user that it didn't work, you're out that money, right? If it's a donation, let's say, hey, we weren't able to submit it, something's wrong on our end, it's our fault. Now here's the phone number, you still want to make your donation, why don't you call them? You call them, right? Keyboard navigation, helping people with visual and physical disabilities. We want to ensure that our websites can be fully navigated without the use of a mouse. This could be websites, web apps, whatever you're talking about. We want to avoid things like keyboard traps. That could be like a modal, a pop-up that comes up over your screen. Or if your focus is on like a field in the background, suddenly you have a pop-up and you're stuck on that field in the background, so you can't close the pop-up, you can't navigate to it. Those are the things you have to consider and actually implement into your code to ensure that it's all good, right? We'll block the whole page. So let's make sure you have focusable items, when you have links in your pop-up, do you have a close button, can somebody scroll while you're still in your pop-up in the background, that sort of thing. So we have different things that we can use in our navigation to make things easier for the user. You can have tab order, if you have a whole menu up at the top, and then you have a whole sub-menu. Maybe you have a menu with like a mega menu, and it's pop-out menus everywhere, and suddenly you are navigating through all these menus, but you just want to get to the content of the page. How am I supposed to do that? Well, if you don't code that in, and you say my tab order should be this, and you're going to skip the whole navigation, now your user is spending like 5 minutes getting through your mega menu, right? So these are things you have to consider. Also, ensure your user actually knows where they are at any time. If they are on that mega menu and it's not visually there, they have no idea where they're tabbing through. There'll be 27 links in there and they don't know where they are. May get discouraged, you could lose a sale, you can lose somebody going through and looking at your blog and hits and all that sort of thing. So know where they are. Focus visibility. So something we do the Legacy Texas website, and if you started to tab through their website, you would notice this sort of outline of this is where you are. It shows visually the focus of where you're tabbing through.
And then put that title bar, right, up the most,
Yeah, you can put it anywhere. You can focus whatever is in focus and highlight that. You can change the way that looks visually. If it's really ugly, you can always make it look pretty. Something that we also implemented is this: if you started to tab, this wouldn't come up normally. Any user wouldn't see this, but if you started to tab through, this little button would pop up and say skip to the main content. You can skip the whole navigation, all that stuff. Get right to your main content, whatever you need to read. Your forms, you can fill out whatever that is. And so, just a little trick there. And so I know I've brushed over a lot of things here. I haven't even told you how to make things accessible. These are things that you can start researching, especially if you're a front-end coder, even if you're a back-end coder, even if you're a designer, you're picking out colors for your website. These are things you need to be thinking about. Is your website accessible? Is it accessible to the widest audience possible? Are you losing audiences because it's not accessible? If it's a pretty high-level client, you could actually get sued over not having an accessible sort of website. Has happened for sure. So definitely something you need to think about, especially if you want to be a good developer.